Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Rider Review after a 48-31 thwomping by the Montreal Allouettes against the Saskatchewan Roughriders. I I honestly don't even know where to start. Yes, let's start how we usually do. We made McLeod Bethel Thompson look like a superstar CFL quarterback with 20 completions on 26 attempts for 379 yards and 3 touchdowns. Like, that is just brutal. We made a backup look like an all-star. And that is a lot on the back of Exume. Like, we'll get to that later. Just like wow. Like, I'm speechless. I know I was hyping up Tommy Time last week, but that fumble was real costly. Like, I never thought I'd be upset about Tommy Time till that fumble. It's real unfortunate. You had Trevor Harris come in, or you had Trevor Harris go 33 of 32 for 252 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. And then Jake Mayer went 6 of 10 for 118 yards, a touchdown, and interception. Mayer looked good in the time that he saw. You had to expect he was coming in at some point because the Riders were just getting thwomped here. You know what I mean? Like, we were being demolished. Especially in that passing game, because just that the Montreal secondary is insane. Like, you have Wesley Sutton, you have Dequoy, you have Sankey in there when he goes into a lot. He's a great coverage linebacker. Like, what can I say? Just wow. Like, that was brutal. It was brutal to watch. Running game. Well, that didn't look too bad, 16 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown. He did his thing. Mario Anderson, 2 rushes, 15, and then Tommy. Oh, that was brutal. I was singing his praises last week, right? I'm like, yeah, you go, Tommy. You got this. Right? And I'm always one for Tommy time. But like I said, a fumble, I think that fumble was the turning point of the game. That fumble just sent us barreling towards the ground. That was kind of like, oh, well, shoot, we're done. Because I just rewatched the game here and I just realized, I think that's where we lost some momentum. I honestly do. And as for Montreal, credit where it's due, Stevie Scott, 19, that's their backup. This is their backup. Which our defense, that's not good. But 19 carries for 125 yards from Stevie Scott, the third. A backup running back for the Montreal Allouettes. And apparently that was their first game with a running back going over 100 yards this season. Which is it's just so stupid. How do you let a backup running back, after Travis Tice goes down, how do you let a backup running back go for over 100 yards? You shouldn't. That's just brutal. Let's flip down here to receiving. Ajo was a bright spot in this. Ajo, and I think Tommy Neal looked pretty good too. 8 for 11 for 95 yards, and Dante Myers caught a touchdown. Yishun caught a touchdown. I like the way Neal played too. Neal was pretty good. He went out, made some big catch, and he caught all 4 of the passes that were thrown his way, and I just liked what he did, and it's something I can't really be disappointed about, right? What are you gonna do, right? Fortunately, you're gonna have good games, and you're just not gonna be successful, and I think Ajo has a bright future ahead of him, and that's an obvious thing, right? Like, I say that so often. It's so obvious. Just, you know, Montreal's receivers. Tyson Philpott went 9 for 9 for 238 yards and 2 touchdowns. Let me say that again. 9 for 9. 238 touchdowns. Or 238 yards and 2 touchdowns. If you expect to win against the Montreal Allouettes, Tyson Philpott cannot do that. Which means you cannot have Kerfala Exume lining up against Tyson Philpott. Kerfala Exume got so cooked. It's not even fun. I was like, I'm going to be honest, I was surprised. Very, very, very surprised. When I woke up that Sunday morning and I saw Kerfala Exume was still on the Rough Riders roster. Because I'm sorry, I get you're Canadian, I get you're a great special teams guy. But if you're going to get that cooked at DB, this is the position you're supposed to play when you're playing football? Like, give me a break. Like, that's brutal. Let's move over to defense here. Milligan looked good. 5 tackles. Sapp was okay. I mean, there was one play where he got burnt over to the left side of the field there, but you know, he didn't look as bad as God. I don't know. Like, that's just, I'm legitimately flabbergasted by how bad Exume is. Like, I still haven't gotten over it. But yeah, no, CJ Rivas looked good. Saw played well in that defensive line. He was all over there. I was seeing his name everywhere. Scoop was good. Onyeka, Allen, Brooks. I mean, I think the biggest issue here was this team was just gutted for talent. You know, it was unfortunate. You know, there was not much we could do, right? I mean, Rivas and Allen both had a forced fumble, but you know, not much we couldn't really do anything to take advantage of anything, you know, like Saunders with the tackle for loss, like there just wasn't really a lot we could have done, you know. Lowther, props to you, Lowther. You were the best player of this game. I'm gonna say that. Lowther was our best player to go out and outmatch Maltos Diaz, like, Carlos Maltos Diaz, yeah, his name is, Jose Carlos Maltos Diaz. That's what it says. Well, it says but I think his last name is Maltos Diaz, right? I'm gonna have this Googled here. Jose Carlos Maltos Diaz. Yeah. Good. I'm not just crazy. To go in and out-duel quite literally one of the best kickers in the CFL, who I honestly think, like, Maltos Diaz is one of the best kickers in the CFL, so, like, well done. I think Alfred. I can only hope that that Lowther has found his groove again, right? Can't give him too much props, but you gotta give him some props. And then Mario. Sorry, like, didn't look great. I think we gotta get Bane in there to return some kicks. I want to see what Bane can do. I really do. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the Rider review. If you haven't already, like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Go stream all the little things. I will have some new music up very soon for you guys. So, I'll see you guys not next week, but the week after. after the Riders hopefully take down the... Let's see who they're playing. I know it's not Toronto. I think they're playing Ottawa? No, Edmonton. After they take down the Edmonton Elks. Peace.